Hi, my name is Sylvie. I am a certified health coach and fitness trainer, and today we are going to go through some yoga stretches for your quads. And if you would like more tips about how and when to use this yoga stretching routine, I recommend you check the link in the description below where you'll find the blog post. And in the blog post, I've included some recommendations. We are going to get started in a seated position. And you're going to open up your feet a little bit, just enough so that you can bring your bottom in between your legs. And just that may be enough to stretch your quads, depending on your level of flexibility. Or you may want to bring yourself down on your elbows, well, just on your hands like this, on your elbows, or even straight down to the mat. And we're gonna rest here for a moment, enjoy this stretch. And also, as you do this, try to tuck your tailbone in so that it points towards the end of your mat. And just breathe, enjoy the moment. I often talk about how stretching has to be a time for yourself, a time that you enjoy so that you can remain consistent with it. And this is why I enjoy these passive stretches. I do like to add a little bit of active stretching, but spending enough time in each passive stretch is the best way to increase your flexibility. That's been my experience. So typically we stay between 1 and 2 minutes in each stretch. Next, you're going to lift yourself back up, come on all four, and then bring yourself down on your belly with your elbows at a 90-degree angle. Lift through your chest, keep your shoulders down, and then lift your right foot up. Take it up and down a few times. Next, you can take your right hand and grab your right foot to stretch your quad. You're going to either stay like this if that's enough, or you can twist your fingers to bring them towards your back and bring your foot as close to your body as you can. Keep your waist cinched, which means that you are pressing your belly button against your spine. You're puffing your chest up and lifting through that elbow that is supporting you. You're not just sinking down like that, you're lifting up. Now you're going to switch leg. Lift your left leg up a few times. Grab your foot. See how that feels. Maybe you can twist your fingers to really stretch your quad. next, you're gonna get into your low lunge. Get back into your all four. And then take your right leg in front of you. Tuck your tailbone in. Feel the stretch in your hip flexor. Lift your left foot off the mat and grab it with your left hand. Here, try to make sure that your knee doesn't go too far. It should be at the same level as your heel. I'm going to switch leg. Again, you're just going to stretch your hip flexor for a moment. Tuck in your tailbone. Now you can lift up your right foot. If you need it deeper in your quads, you can sink deeper by bringing your pelvis down lower. Now take your right leg in front of you. We're going to get into the lizard pose. And so you're going to take both your hands in front, inside of your right leg, and you're going to stay here to open up. And when you feel ready, you're going to lift up your left leg and grab it with your right hand. So you're twisting in the lizard lunge to stretch your quad. This is one of the deeper stretches, I find. So depending on your level, you may want to focus and spend more time on this one. That's where I am at right now. I find that the other stretches were not as intense, but this one is. You can also come down on your elbow, on this left elbow. That will intensify your stretch even more. Open up through your chest, look up. Enjoy the moment. I'm going to switch leg. back onto your all fours. Take your left leg in front of you. Stay in the lizard lunge a little bit to open up if you need to. And then take your right foot up and grab it with your left hand. Feel the stretch. I'm going to lower down on that right elbow. Sometimes you can move your body from side to side. Always listen to your body and see what helps and what makes you more comfortable, less comfortable in your stretch, depending on what you need at the moment. Okay, now we're going to get into our last stretch, which is also another pretty intense stretch. You may need a yoga block. I demonstrate that a lot in my stretching routines, but in case you haven't seen it, I'll show you. Take your left leg in front of you and sit on the yoga block. As you bring your foot closer to your body, you can keep your shin at a 90-degree angle parallel to the top of the mat, or you can take your foot closer, whatever feels good, and then you sit here if you need the yoga block to keep your balance if you don't have the flexibility yet, or just sit on the mat. And again, we're gonna stay here a little bit to open up. Next, you're going to lift up your right foot. Grab it with your right hand and stretch your quad. So depending on your level here, you may be able to stay like that. That's good. Or stretch further by bringing your foot closer to your body, even possibly tucking your foot in your elbow joint. Again, you are going to press your belly button against your spine, lift through your chest. Also, you're keeping your thighs energized. You may be able to lift up and down as a check. See how it feels when you move into this stretch. There's always ways to move in your stretch. Moving your hips, moving your quad a little bit, your foot. I'm going to switch leg. Back onto your all fours. Take your right leg in front of you. Get as comfortable as you can in the pigeon pose. Breathe. And when you're ready, lift up your left foot. Lower down. That's all for today's yoga stretches for your quads. These were all my favorite yoga stretches for your quads, and I hope you enjoyed them as well. See you next time.